I'm back. All right, we are recording. Okay, we're recording on the cloud too. Okay, good morning, everybody. Super excited to be in this call this morning. The person that was going to be presenting this morning, her plane was delayed, and she's on an airplane right now. She was in one of our team leaders in the event in Dallas. Before we started, anybody would like to say something, how excited they are, or anybody that was in any of the events in North Carolina or Dallas, what was their aha? What was what they got so excited listening to the different speakers and the vision of Kinwei when she was talking about what she feel we are coming? How anybody would like to share?
Hi,
Well,
George.
yes, go right ahead. Irene, go.
Hi,
Um,
Irene.
Hi, George. Thank you for being our chauffeur while we were there. I understand.
Yes.
We had so many things going on, but it was such a blessing to be with all of you, to be in your space, and to have Kim and Samson there, and my niece who speaks Spanish. She has relatives up here and down there, so I'm so glad. She was very hesitant at first, but after listening to all of you, she decided to go ahead and sign up. So we got her signed up right there. She ordered just the intro pack. And then as she listened to Samson and Kim, she heard them talk about the core three. So she was writing everything down, recording. And then that night she went home and signed up her husband right under her. So it really was a blessing. And I'm so glad that I got to meet a lot of you in person while I was there. It was really such a joy. And I love going to things like this because you never know. It doesn't matter how old you are, how much training you've been to, what you've been through in life. There's always some kind of gold nugget that you could pick up from somebody because we don't know it all, right? And that's what I tell myself and I tell my children. We don't know it all. Maybe sometimes I sound like a know-it-all to my kids, but it's only because I listen to people like you. I'm around really great leadership, and I'm so happy and blessed that I am a part of this whole community.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and that's the cool thing. It's not only the meeting, but the meeting after a meeting when we had the conversations when we are driving the same car, when we were going from the hotel to the opportunity meeting or to the restaurant. That was so cool. Yeah. I think thank you very much. And it was great to see you there too. Christina, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Well, no, we were just got off. We all just got in. I got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and other people. I mean, they came from like Irene came from Washington State, and Adrian came from California, and Elizabeth and her team, they drove 8 hours from Kansas to get in. There was that we had people. Shannon now is on her way back. She got delayed. Kim, they canceled her flight with storms everywhere, but we all made it in, and we're all in a movement. I mean, we just made it happen. People came from Canada. Can you imagine Kansas? You know, Puerto Rico.
Puerto
We had
Rico,
one
yeah.
of Elizabeth's people or Astrid's and Mike's superstar. Look at this. She got her ticket, and then the flight got canceled or something or other. And then she says, "Well, I've got to be there, and I'm going to miss out if they rebooked her for like another time." And
for
she,
like another time. And
and then she
then
said,
she said,
and then
and
she
then
said, "No, I'm not gonna. I can't miss out." So she goes and buys a $600 plane ticket to make sure she can get there in time.
Oh,
That is
wow.
commitment. She made it happen. No excuses. Well, I'm sorry, the plane, I didn't make it. And yet I see people that are even on our own team that just, oh, it's raining. I can't get to the event, or my foot hurts, or my hand hurts, or my dog, whatever. You don't want to miss these events. They're life-changing. What Irene was saying, you never know what's going to go on. And we are the core of building this new multi-billion-dollar company, and the ones that are here rising up, the ones that show up, are the ones that will be the contributors on the planet of this amazing new company. And that's what it is, contribution to building something greater that no one has ever seen. And we know that Kim and Samson have done it before, and we're all part of this. And it's not one group. We were just talking about, it's not one little group. We're all united. We're all together. We don't have cross lines. We're all together. We're all moving in one direction. And I'm so proud to be part of this movement. I'm proud of my people. And Astrid and Mike just became 3-star over the weekend in the middle of this, and I haven't even maybe got the recognition out yet because I'm up to 1 or 2 in the morning fielding calls and doing this and that and going back to the meetings, and Antoinette's running around there doing valet service, and people show up that we didn't expect. We go, oh my God, we got to get more chairs in, and everybody's like, rah, 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 rah. And thanks to Antoinette, I mean, she did an amazing job. I mean, it's the people behind that put this together, that for the greater people. Walt says, oh, isn't this wonderful? You don't even know what Antoinette was going through. I mean, it's just kudos to her and her contribution for everyone else. And she, that's production time. That's
Yes.
production time out of her check, basically, that she is not, sitting down and recruiting her own personal guest. She's taking care of everybody.
Yes.
Does that make sense? And yet she showed up. So we had an amazing time, and I love being with Kim every time I'm with her, and I just learned something new. So I'm all fired up, and every single person on this call should be going to convention. You've got to get your hotel rooms. And my team, by the way, you got to let me know, if you need more rooms. I got to call the hotel if we need more rooms today, tomorrow. We're all going. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all going. This is not I don't know, I have a family reunion. You can see the family next year. This, you can, whatever. You need to be there, okay? This is non-negotiable. If you want to build and be a great leader of the world, and this is what you're going to be. You're going to be a great leader, because it's not just here, it's going to be in 100 countries. Because already Elizabeth, superstar, 6 weeks already has like 100 people. It'll be 200 in the next week or two. I mean, just coming out, already has people. She's thinking of Thailand. Oh, she's going to come to Malaysia. Well, I'm flying to Malaysia so I can take care of her person. And then we're going to go to Taiwan. Who do you know? This isn't just in Texas or North Carolina or just the US. This is the world. So you have to think about, who do you know? And you need to get all your people that it triggers something in them. When they come out, they go, oh my God, I finally got it. Because the people that got this saw the bigger picture. They said, whoa, you mean you could make $1 million a month? Yeah, you can. You can't even relate to it right now, can you? But you can. But it takes work. And it takes building leaders. And Astrid said this morning, she finally got it. It wasn't her other platform. She was always building customers. She says, oh, I finally got it. I have to do a shift in her mind. We're building leaders that rise up to be part under you. And then you build people behind them, more leaders and more leaders. We all have the common vision. We're all going in the same direction to make a household world name.
Mhm.
And when you go to a trash can soon, you'll be dumping your Starbucks coffee mug or styrofoam cup in the trash can. And what will you see? You'll probably see a sachet of Internal that somebody's used, or a collagen that's inside the trash can. And you go, oh my God. So it's like the word is out. And that's what's going to happen when you go and you see something and you go, oh my gosh, and you were the first ones in. And the first ones in that work are going to become the multi-millionaires. How many are in for that? Okay, you got to show up.
Yay.
Yeah, let's do it. That's my words of wisdom. Okay,
Yeah.
George.
Yeah, it's so excited. Well, Kim, we said we may start momentum this year because the way that everything's shaping up, and I had the example of the freeway and a call before, it's like when you're building a freeway in any place, you see there are a lot of signs and you go slow here and fast here because they're fixing the freeway, etc. But when they open that thing, you go high speed. It could be the Autobahn in Germany, no speed limit, and you're going super fast. Well, I feel that the convention is that it's opening, is going to open those doors to start going as fast as you want to go. Now, momentum only is going to affect us in a positive way if we are out there talking to people. Because if we are sitting in our house looking at the computer, looking at Facebook, watching TV or Netflix or YouTube or whatever, that's not going to happen. And right now is the time to go into action, definitely. What you say is super exciting because it's the truth. And by the way, I also want to say to Antoniette, amazing job. At one point, I could see she was a little stressed out, running back and forth. She was opening doors, making sure that the doors were open for the people who are coming in. It was raining, was a lot of stuff. But she was there always with her smile, the same smile that you always see. She was there and very positive and it really is amazing. And this goes to what we are going to be talking today. It's a short topic, but it has to do with we had to make sure we set up the goals to convention. Last week, Kimberly started talk about goals. Now, what technology we use, what system we use. Now, I don't know how many of you have read the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay, there's chapter 4. That's the power of subconscious. And the power of subconscious in chapter 4 is talking about several steps to set up your goals. And I'm going to go through those because it's a must. It's not just a suggestion. It's a must that we are writing our goals. Imagine that you're starting today, even if you already have success, even if you are bringing a lot of people in the business, even if you wrote already your goals, go back to those goals and rewrite them because it's time to go into action. And in the book, I Think and Grow Rich, he said, before I share, he said that in the book, there's a secret. And when you discover the secret, it's when you are going to go crazy. Now, I was going crazy trying to look for that secret. I was 17 years old when somebody gave me that book, and I couldn't find the secret anywhere. I even recorded the book word by word in cassettes. For those of you that are very young, cassettes are little things that used to record stuff. and until I found out it was very simple. And it's actually in the goal setting. When you click the goals and when you believe and feel, not fake it until you make it. You feel that you have reached the goal. You are there. You are there first in mind, everything, even the planet. For those of you that have seen in religion, etc., they talk that everything was created first, and then the work came, and after work came the action. Action. That's on everything. Action. Action. Faith without works is dead. Some people say, well, I'm going to have faith. No, you have to have work. Faith is good, but you have work, well, it's nothing. Doesn't mean anything at all. Okay, let me share because I could go into that topic also in the rabbit hole, and I don't want to go in the rabbit hole. Okay, let me share the screen.
And while you're talking about that, George, that's basically what Kim did when she had that vision of where she didn't know where, what, no name company. She just knew that this was going to happen, and then it all came. The leaders came.
Yes. Yeah, and so many things that happened prior to when the company started, and not didn't start the year that we started the company, 10 years ago. The whole making of this company started more than 6 or 7 years ago. Of course, nobody knew that this company was going to exist at the time, but the whole making, because everything that was happening was getting to this. It's why I always said everything that happened is for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that happened is for a reason. Even if something that happened that you say, oh, shoot, this is terrible. Well, just take a deep breath because we have to be thankful for everything because we don't know that thing that whatever is happening, where it's taking us. And this company started years ago when nobody knew that this company was going to be because the seeds were being planted. But anyway, make sure, by the way, you mute yourself. There's one person, for some reason, I cannot mute. Okay, all right, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. This is the book Think and Grow Rich. And by the way, for those of you that have read it or have not read it, this was Napoleon Hill, was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie, that was the richest man in the world at the time, to visit and talk to every person that was successful in the 1920s and 30s, people that are legends like today, like Henry Ford, Mr. Harvey Firestone. I think his name is Harvey Firestone. Presidents, multimillionaires, the Rockefeller. What was the secret? What was the secret? And the secret has not changed, by the way. There's no secret. But he was going there, and he had written many books about that. There's another one called The Laws of Success that he goes even deeper, although the book that became the most popular was Think and Grow Rich, where talks about this. And this is a book that is worthwhile to go back to. It's not outdated at all. Now, some of the words that they use are outdated. We don't use those words anymore at all, or things that they use, but the basics that I'm going to talk about. Now, here's the system. It's very simple. First, fixing your mind the exact amount of money you desire. You can do it to every goal, any goal, but here we are going to talk about the money. It's not enough to say, I want enough money or sufficient money or a lot of money, because we don't know how our subconscious is ready. And a lot of money could be a dollar bill, $20. No, we have to be specific. $10,000 per month or more. The reason or more, I add that for a reason that I'm going to talk in a second. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. That's the cool thing. We have the vehicle, and then we have the activity that we are willing. How much are you willing to do? How much are you willing to do? The third, establish a date when you intend to possess the money you desire. I'm going to go a little deeper in that. So it's going to go a little faster here. For create a plan for carrying out your desire and begin advance. Even if you feel that you're not ready, start now. This business is so simple, by the way, that you don't have to be super ready. Then fifth, write, and this is when you write everything, write out a clear, consistent statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Hold on, let me close this because I cannot see. All right. Let me go back. Okay. I can name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. The number fifth is basically the 1 through 4, but in writing. And then the sixth, read your written statement aloud, twice a day at least, aloud. Do it like you feel you really have it already. Once just before retire at night, and once after arising in the morning. I'm using the words of the book, by the way. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. It's why feel it until you get it. Not fake it until you get it. Feel it until you get it. Now, the first one, again, you do it in present tense, and or more. Example, I'm earning $10,000 or more. The reason I add this because I learned many years ago that you don't limit yourself, your subconscious. Because by the way, from the universal point of view, $10,000 is less than a penny at the universal level. Whatever we set to reach, we can reach it. It's just that our subconscious is not ready, and we have to go step by step. It's like a baby. You don't tell a baby to go to college right away. There's no way. Now, second, determine what you intend to give in return for the money. There's no something for nothing. How many hours a week are you willing to do? What kind of money to invest? And we are talking here about trips. We already saw this person, she's a lady that came from Puerto Rico. She was willing to be in Dallas, and she bought a ticket for $600, more than what she was planning to invest in order to come. She was willing to invest that. The same the convention, the same the app. It's funny when people say, I don't want to pay the $9.99 of the app. Come on, that app is going to produce you millions if you use it right. What events are you going to attend? The third one is establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. The same thing, here I change it a little. I say, set the date or before. For example, I earn $10,000 per month or more by December 10, 2025 or before. And the reason, again, you don't want to limit yourself. You can do it before. It's always nice to say before. And then the next one, create a plan for carrying out your desire, and begins at once, whether you feel that you are ready or not. Okay, here, how many new prospects will add to my list? How many people I will connect per day? How many times I will have my prospects in a presentation? How many three-way calls? We talk about all this. This is a plan that you set up for now to the next 3 years. Let me tell you why the next 3 years, because the next 3 years, we are going to go into momentum. And you have to make sure that you are one of those people that are going to be pushed by that wave of momentum that's going to create incredible incomes and solid incomes. Now, first, then later, then you write it. Example, I am earning 10,000 per month or more by December 11, 22 to 25 or before. I dedicate to my business 10 hours a week or better. I'm connecting with X amount of people or more every day. I'm presenting to X amount of people. Now, Bob Proctor took this and created a goal card. Bob Proctor is probably was one of the best teachers about the book Think and Grow Rich. And he created a card, and I'm going to show you in a second after this. Read your written statement aloud twice daily or more. And read it before you go to bed and also in the morning. And as you read it, see it and feel it and believe it yourself that you are already in possession of the money. Now, here is again the plan, but let me speak. Okay, this is the Bob Proctor card. The Bob Proctor card say, I'm so happy and grateful that. And then now that, and then let me tell you an example of the goals. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $10,000 or more every month. I'm connecting with 20 or more people per week. I'm presenting to 5 people a week or more. I'm enjoying with my family our dreams vacations. I'm enjoying our new team, a new home by the hills. This gold card, now, where did you can get that gold card? And I'm gonna get out from here for a second. This is the card I have. You can go to bobproctor.com and you can buy them, or if you want it for free, let me show you how you can get it. Very easy. I'm going to put the link next to. All right. Okay. Let me go to. All right. Okay. I'm going to go. Let me put the link first. You see, it's the Goal Achieving card. It's in Amazon, and you can get it for free. Okay. Why is not coming? Oh, here. Okay, let me do it again. Copy link address. And that's what you're going to see. The card. Here is the card. Now they have 8 because you can have different goals. The picture of Bob Proctor on one side. If you want, you just print just one side. You don't have to print both sides. Okay, and let me put it in the chat. All right. This is the link. On that link, what you are going to do, you print it out and then you cut it in pieces. You can put it there in a plastic around like this, like I have in mine, and then you write your goals there. And again, this is so darn important. You are a company, you are your own CEO. You are a person that's going to create your own economy. But in order to do it, we have to make sure we are following the goal system. Very simple. As you see, it's very, very, very simple. I can go deeper into that, but I just want to make sure if you have the book, read that chapter 4. It's about the subconscious, because the more you do that, this start going into your subconscious. This is an example. This is a conscious, subconscious. Actually, I'm not going to do that now because then I'm going to go into the rabbit hole. I'm going to go very deep. Excuse me. But this is very simple. Again, make sure you know your goal. Make sure you know what you're willing to do to reach that goal. Make sure you have a date when you are going to do that goal. See yourself, feel it until you make it, until you get it. Actually, that's why I like to say, feel it until you get it. In other words, you feel it, you see it, you're close to your eyes, and you see yourself reaching your goals. It's interesting because many times when I teach this, some people say, oh, but that sounds kind of weird. Yeah, I don't believe in visualizing. Athletes do that. If you look at many of the athletes in the Olympics and competition, many of them are sitting and visualizing, etc. There's one of those athletes that became famous was in the last Olympic, he was mounting and dismounting what they call a horse. And people was for sometimes for 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes with his eyes closed because he was seeing himself doing the exercise, doing the practice in his mind. Because as the more you do in your mind, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is not. It's why we scare ourselves in movies. When we go to a horror movie, it's a movie, but we are scared to death. We close our eyes, we scream, we do a lot of things. Or in a movie comedy, we laugh, or in a sad movie, we are crying because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between the reality and what is real and what is not real. And something very, very important here, what we are doing is writing our own script of our own movie. That's when you are setting out your goals, where you are the hero and you win. No, this is not a tragedy, a Greek tragedy that you're writing or anything like that. This is something that if you don't write the goals, it's going to become what they call a Greek tragedy. Everybody died at the end and whatever, with a mask on top of their face, because that's basically the way that they used to play. But anyway, this is the beauty of knowing that system. It's very simple. By the way, we always say everything is simple. It's like our business. We are just connecting with people. We don't have to think about anything else but connecting. The company is in charge of everything else, the computers, the tracking everything, tracking orders, tracking everything, creating products. We don't have to be worried about that. This is a simple business. For those of you that have been in traditional business, this is so damn simple. And for those of you that have been in network marketing, this is simpler pay plan, simpler way. But we have to make sure that we believe that we can do it. We feel it and we follow the goals every day. This is not something that you just do today as soon as get out of the call, you're excited, set up the goals, etc. And that's something every day you look at the goals, every day, twice a day at least. You are looking at that card that you write it down, or you read your goals. But it could be the card, have it in your purse or your wallet, because that's the cool thing, that's small enough that you can put it anywhere. and you are writing the goals. And when you are in the car, even say it in loud voice, even the people, you have the windows up, eyes up, because you're going to be talking, I see myself, and people are going to see you moving. People in traffic are going to see, well, that person is crazy. But then make sure that you are expressing that. There's a saying, dance like if nobody was watching. The same thing when you're talking about your goals, feel it, act like if nobody's watching, like a kid. We can become a kid again, because really we are kids. We are adults, but we are kids. And when we want goals, we want to have the same appreciation like a kid. We want to have toys, not maybe the same toys, but toys like a kid. We want to enjoy. We want to have the community. And that the fun thing that we can do this here in 3. But anyway, anybody wants to say something? I just make sure you are doing that. This is recorded, obviously. Let me put the link on the right side. Meanwhile, anybody wants to make a comment? Okay. Somebody muted.
Elizabeth, I think Elizabeth would be good to talk.
No, I just wanted to
Elizabeth,
thank
that was
you.
great to see you in Dallas.
Yes, thank you and Adrian. It was wonderful. I just wanted to say what you just taught is so true. When I first came into the country, or years after when I joined the Pink Company, I didn't know any of this, and I read the book, and I truly believe, coming from zero, that I will be in a Cadillac in 2 years. And I read the book, I did the goals, took a picture of the first car you get with Mary Kay, and I took a picture. I had hundreds. My squeaky little apartment. It was coming to the apartment, getting out of the apartment. I needed to change my life so bad that I put pictures everywhere. Little cabins, going in my bedroom, coming out, pictures everywhere. This is who I will be in the car. Now, I necessarily did not know all what it took, but because my subliminal believed it, my thoughts changed because it believed it was real. So my thinking started changing because it has to organize the manifestation of it. And sure enough, 1 year after I got the first car, and I wanted to be a sales director, but you have to drive a pink Cadillac after you're a sales director. I had gone to a seminar and took a picture of all the different cars. So when I got the first car, I put all the pictures down. I was not a director yet, but I put the picture with a Cadillac. Sure enough, in less than a year, 9 months, I earned the Cadillac. I mean, this stuff works like magic if we're willing to discipline the mind and do it. And each time I'm off, I know exactly why. So I just want to say that is so awesome because I literally built on that.
Even before becoming a national, I had pictures everywhere saying, this is what you're going to do. I believe that more than anything, because then that was able to dismantle my disbelief, my fears, my doubt. The more I recited that, the more I believed that. And it just worked out. So
Great,
thank you.
great. And that's 100% true. And I wish people could understand how powerful is this. By the way, we live in the country that basically created free enterprise. And it's funny when we see ourselves that we cannot do something. Oh, I say, oh, that's for other people. Or, oh, I don't want to think about money. Come on, guys. You forgot where you live, where you grew up, or where you were born. Many of us came as an immigrant, like you, Elizabeth. And that's why sometimes when you see, it's interesting because I don't know how the numbers are, but 2 years ago, 35% of the billionaires were people that were not born in the US. And you say, how can the immigrants are the minority? It's because when you come from another country and we have gone through countries that are more limited, and you see here the opportunity, you say, what the heck, this is amazing. I don't know if you remember the comedian, the Russian comedian. I'm trying to remember his name, but he always was saying, what a country. And in one of them, I remember he got to the supermarket and he said, oh, you have all food, that powdered food, etc. And then he said, he come to something and he said, baby powder, what a country, you can create babies with baby powder. But anyway, that's a bad joke, but that's what he was saying. But we are in an amazing country, and sometimes we don't see it because especially, we take it for granted, especially when people are growing up here, because I see it in my kids, they take it for granted. So many people, when they go outside and they stay for a little while, no, I'm not talking as a tourist looking at the great things and the Eiffel Tower and the whatever. It's when you actually are living and immersing, is when you realize, holy cow, I have more opportunities in the US. That doesn't mean that there are no opportunities in the other countries. There are. It's just that the US is where the whole thing started. It started much before that, but the US, I guess, was the one that made it popular. Let's talk about that way. And it started everything in 13 colonies, 13 small colonies. Each one was a separate country that they decided to get together because each colony was their own colony, their own country. And then eventually, of course, they become a big country, and it's the mindset of the people, the mindset. And that's the mindset that the founder fathers had. They created a goal and they declared the goal that they were independent in July 4th, 1776. And they were not independent in reality yet. The British had the power still, but they declared to the world. That's what we declared. We declared before we get it. And we feel it. And they were feeling it. They knew, by the way, that was live or die, because if they lose, guess what? All of them were going to be executed. That's simple. Mm-hmm. That's simple. We don't have that dilemma right now. We are not going to be killed and executed. But sometimes in our mindset, we believe, yeah, the comedian is Jacob Smirnoff. That's right. And you can find some of his videos. He's one of my favorite comedians. I think he's in, I don't remember where he plays now, but he has a comedy show. Geez, I don't remember where it is. But anyway, it's not in Las Vegas. It's in another town. But anyway.
Branson, Missouri.
That's right. In Missouri, Branson, Missouri. That's right. And if you go to Branson, Missouri, make sure you go to his show. This is an amazing guy. But anyway, this is true. We live in a great opportunity world right now. We live. And we have network marketing basically was born here in the US. We're spreading that because this is something that's helping a lot of people around the world. Network marketing has been a really incredible catalyst, because imagine a person in, I don't know, a small town in the middle of Eastern Europe. A friend of mine was telling me when he was going to train there, people were going in buses, 3, 4, 5 buses for days, just to see somebody, to see how this could change their life. And when they were making $200, $300, $400 a month, we are not talking about millions. The lives start changing in those countries in East Europe. The same thing happened in Asia, and in Africa, and South America, etc. We have an amazing business. We are not just here. And by the way, forget about we talking about poor me, poor me. It's not any poor me. We all of them, we created the likeness and the image of God. We cannot call ourselves poor me. Come on. Whoa. We are the highest creation in the world, the highest creation in the universe. Come on. How can we be poor me? We have all the opportunities, and we are in the right place, the right time, with the right company, and we have the right team. But anyway, gosh, I keep going and going and going, but I get so excited.
It's good. Keep going. You're great.
Okay, I lost 10 pounds while I was talking.
Well, Elizabeth is one of those people coming from Cameroon,
That's
coming
right.
by herself and starting over. No family, by herself. What an example. That's just exactly what you're talking about. The immigrants are so grateful for opportunity. And now she's had one platform. Now she sees a bigger platform that's going to bring her even greater wealth and to spread the word around the world. She's not limited. And so that is her goal, to help her people and others around the world.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
yeah, you have to be a big thinker.
Yes. And by the way, we are gonna think anyway. Why don't we to think bigger?
Yeah, yeah. Big is better.
That's simple.
Big is always better.
Yeah, bigger
We want to
is
be
over and
abundance, not scarcity.
everything, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be scarcity thinking or abundance thinking. I choose to be abundance thinking. I liked 2 weeks ago picking up my new S580 Mercedes, $140,000 car. Thank you, three.
We need a
You know,
picture.
yes, I'm taking pictures. Beautiful,
Yeah.
obsidian black, kind of an off-white interior, all tucked in and lights all around and electronics. It's like a magic carpet going, "Whoo." It is fabulous. Where else could you do that? See, every one of you can have your dream car, your dream house. You can have anything you want. It's just dreaming again, but going into action, like George says, and visualize it. See, I know in my head, I'll make more money here than I did my last platform. It's non-negotiable. I can see it. I can feel it. I'm just doing the work to get there and putting it all together. But I know it will happen. And it's success is a mind game. That's what all of you, when you grasp that, like Elizabeth has and others here, Irene, all the people, I don't want to leave anybody out, but George is absolutely right. Great training, because that is the power. That is the power. That's the missing. It's like people, you never hang around people that say, I don't know if it's going to work out. The people you hang around with is who you become. And so you only hang around like-minded people who think like us. And then it's like a force. It's invincible. Nobody can break us because we get it. We get it. We're moving together.
And by the way, when somebody has a bad attitude around us that's negative, it's like a virus. If you
Yeah.
see somebody sneezing and coughing, are you going to sit down next to that person? Okay, cough on me. I love it. Sneeze on me. One more, more. That's what we do when we are surrounding with people that are negative.
Yeah.
Because we can cut that virus. Even if we don't want to, after a while we're thinking, holy cow, really everything's so bad. Look, everything's bad. And I don't like it. The economy, the government, the politics. We are going to hell because some people say that. Come on.
Yeah.
We
I don't
create
hang
our
around.
own economy. As an individuals, when we become better, guess what? People around us better, and that affects eventually the society.
Yeah.
We
And
forget
that is so important. And when you're building your team, George, exactly. And I don't want to keep interrupting, but you're got me all revved up here, you know. But it's true. Even when you're bringing people in and you have members that come in and don't quite see it yet and are trying to pull you, I don't know. You have to love them and release them. Love them and release them and go find the others that are on your wave, your mindset, because they can subconsciously drag you down to give you self-doubt. You can't afford to do that. You just know where you're going, you know where you're doing, and let the others just fall away like the virus. Get rid of that virus. Let them be. Let them just order every month. That's okay. You don't care. You're just working with those that want to rise up. The tide is rising up. And you are part of that, and only people with you that think like that. I don't hang around negative people, period. End of subject.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have time for
And Kim,
drama,
I
period.
loved what Kim said about when you get the nose, you just keep going
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. It's no big
because
deal.
you don't want to
That's right.
you don't want to let those people bring you down. You just got
No,
to keep calling.
you're right, Mia. You're right, Mia.
It's
Yeah,
about
we have to
energy.
get.
It's about
Right.
energy.
I never worry about who says
Our
no. I worry about who I miss.
and their positive energy all all the time, going through you. That's it. That's it. That's what people are. They're energy ball. And if you got a negative energy, you got to shut that down. So
Mhm.
positive energy.
That's right.
A
That's what
hundred
it's all
percent.
about.
And it's interesting how that thought affect that energy. Christine said we are in the same wave. Yeah, when we are in the same way, that positive energy feel. When it's somebody negative, you can feel it. It's funny. Sometimes you feel it, but not only just feel it, but sometimes you can see it because the posture of the body, the way that they're looking down, etc. They don't have that confidence. But everybody, it doesn't matter how bad have gone through now or in the past, you can change that. And you start changing right away. I don't mean that you're going to be a millionaire right away, but by changing your mindset, changing your physiology, things can start changing right now because start today. Not started yesterday, start today. Today is the beginning of tomorrow. Whatever happened tomorrow is what we did today, or whatever we do tomorrow is when it's going to happen 2 days from now. We are creating that future right now. And we had a great team. I mean, I love to be around all of you. It's why I love to go to the events. It's why I have so much fun in Dallas because it's different kind of energy. It's not many people that sometimes are around you that are not very positive. Here we have goals. We feel that the success that we can have, and then we have leaders like Daniel, and then at the top in our uplines we have King Wee, we have Samson. We have so positive people. People are always smiling, like Carrie in Colombo. I mean, they're always smiling and
Positive.
positive,
Always
tremendous leaders. I mean, and of course Christine and like you said before, I don't want to leave anybody out, but so many people. That's why, by the way, even Antonietta, she was under stress, but she was smiling. She still was running. That didn't stop her and disappear and went into the bathroom and say, I don't want to do this anymore. She didn't say that. But
the
anyway,
crazy
George, I
people.
just oh,
We're the crazy people that have fun.
George, I just want to say meeting you was just such an inspiration. You are so service oriented, and when I first met you, I was going in for a handshake and you're like, "No way, I want a hug." And I just love that about you. And throughout the night you were there to open every door to you never sat. You just were in service mode, and you stood and you were there to oversee things and make sure that everything went beautifully. And I love that about you and your wife. So I just wanted to say that.
It's
thank
true.
you. Thank you very much. And anybody wants to add something more before we close and we go out to set up the goals? And thank you, me again. Great. And anybody wants to say something? Just remember, start with the goals today. Don't wait till tomorrow because then you are postponing your success. You don't want to postpone anything. Less the airlines to postpone the flights, but postpone ourselves our success. They keep postponing and changing. Well, they are doing that very often in the last 2 days. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody. And we see you tomorrow, call. Okay, thank you very much and have an amazing, amazing day. Tonight, by the way, Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, Adrian is going to be the host tonight, by the way. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. And we see you later. Bye.